What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Um, Glad to see everybody tonight. Give me a second, just making sure I got everything going correctly here. Um, I hope everyone is having an awesome night. Sorry, I was kind of checking out Adrian's new video he just dropped. Fortunately, he dropped it about 4 minutes before I was supposed to start, so I didn't get to watch the full thing. Let me pull up YouTube real quick and drop this link down in here. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right, that should be the link. So when you guys want to hop in, come on and hop in. If I can get some guys on here, I'll start asking some questions tonight. Kind of want to do a session about things that kind of frustrate you on social media, and also, and anybody that's watching that wants to jump in. I think I put that link in there correctly. If not, let me know and I'll see what I can do to fix it. I had Adrian helping me last time, so he was kind of showing me the ropes. This is just my second live stream, so bear with me. But wanted to talk about stuff that I see on social media that gets frustrating sometimes. With some of the groups I'm in on, like YouTube and, well, not YouTube, sorry, Facebook and social media like that. We have an awesome group of guys on YouTube. They're extremely knowledgeable and answer questions, but some of these groups on Facebook are just frustrating. And I want to see if I'm the only one or some of you guys that feel the same thing too. Let me text a couple of these guys. And see if I can see if anybody's on tonight. But for starters, some of the stuff I've seen on some of these Facebook groups, like these guys have, let me see if I can pull this up and show you guys real quick. Saved it on my phone. Go ahead and crop this down a little bit. So I have just the picture here. All right, I think that's it. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you guys. You guys can see the damage on them blades. Somebody posted this and asked, can I still fly? And I just don't get why you would want to risk flying your drone that you paid all this money for with a damaged set of props. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. It just, I don't know. Like, and it's not just one. I've seen this. So many different people have been posting stuff like this lately. I crashed my drone. You know, I've damaged the props. I've damaged this. I've damaged that. Can I still fly with it? Why would you want to fly with the damaged drone and potentially risk damaging it even more? I mean, I really don't understand that. But, you know, some of these guys, and I get it, some of these guys are really new to flying and they don't understand it, but just blows my mind. It really does. And like I said, I'm trying to get some of these other guys, see if I can get a hold of some of these other guys and see if we can get some more people on here and get some thoughts and ideas from them about this. And remember, smash that like button if you like the video. So one of the other things I wanted to talk about too is a new app I started using. And like I said, we'll touch on some of these other subjects once this, you know, if I can get some of the guys on here. Is a new app I started using. It's called, let me look this up so I don't get this wrong. It's called Drone Nation. It's kind of like a Facebook, but for drones. Something I really like. A lot of good guys in there that give some good feedback. And I started talking to a couple of them. Seemed pretty cool, seemed pretty knowledgeable. A lot of the guys fly FPV, which I don't know a whole lot about. If y'all watch my stuff, I use a DJI Mavic Pro, which is basically a GPS drone. I don't have any FPV drones right now. Something I would like to get in the future, but I'm really learning the Mavic inside and out first before I go out and buy a whole nother drone and start learning something totally different. But good group of guys, really knowledgeable, a lot of cool videos and stuff like that. So, you know, something to check out, get to know more people in the community from all over, which is always good. I'm always enjoying learning and talking to other people because, you know, that's where I learn a bunch of stuff. You know, I'm still relatively new to the community myself, but, you know, I've hooked up with some really great guys on here. They have, through listening to them, learned a lot as well myself. So, and the last thing that I want to talk about when I get some guys on here is talking about skins for your drones. Good, bad, ugly. You know, anybody else that's had some experience with it. I see a lot of people doing it. Don't know really how everyone feels about it. So, maybe we can get some feedback on that. And get some discussion going on here. Some of the stuff I've looked at, there's quite a few different places that make these skins for your drones. The top two are going to be Drone Girl and Skin something. I forget the name of it right off the top. But, it's always, there's people that like them. There's people that don't like them. And it's the people that have had the drones the longest that usually have the best feedback on them, which is what I'm hoping to be able to get from you guys. Get some feedback, and then we'll talk about a project later on once I get some people on here that might be something cool to try. It might be a pain in the neck. I'm not sure yet, but that could be a future video. How mad I get with this. Apparently we have one person watching right at the moment. I don't know who it is, but thank you. And welcome to the live stream. The other thing I did, I know trying to think whether it was my live stream or one of the other guys we were talking about, I had adjusted some of the gain settings on my drone probably about a week or 2 weeks ago. And I was not happy with it at all because of the braking and how it was handling. So I went in and I readjusted a bunch of stuff back to the factory settings, and it feels a lot better flying now. So I'm happy about that. The braking on it, when I let off the sticks to try to slow down, to come to a stop, to start a turn or whatever, it was just coasting way too far. So after doing some adjustments back on that and putting it closer back to factory settings, I kind of got to a sweet spot that I'm a lot more comfortable with, that when I let off the sticks, it doesn't jerk to a stop, but it doesn't coast for about 9 or 10 feet either. Which the video I'm going to upload Wednesday probably. I was having some problem with it because every time I let off the sticks and I was flying in a kind of a small area, I was getting a lot of coast, and it was frustrating. It really was. So thankfully I have worked that back out, and it's not as bad. Like I said, I'm still trying to get a hold of a couple of these guys and see what's up, see if they want to hop on and talk about some of this stuff. Bear with me for a second here. I'm trying to send a couple messages. Let's see. And like I said, be sure to go over and check out Adrian's channel. He just uploaded a new video right before I started with his Fimi X8, which looks really cool. And like I said, I'm hoping he gets on in a little bit and we can talk about his Fimi, because that was his first flight with it. So I'm kind of curious as to how he liked it. looks like he had some fun with it. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting here trying to. Trying to send Adrian a message real quick so he could hop on and give us some feedback. I know he was super excited about this. So we can see what looks like we got someone else watching here. Maybe we can get some guys in here, and if any of you guys want to jump on that are watching, there's that link in the channel. Go ahead and click on that and go into StreamYard and come on in. Be happy to have some people come on and talk about tonight's topic, about some of these drone communities on social media and some of and drone skins, because I've really been looking at them and I like some of the ones I've seen, and I guess I'll go ahead and drop it now. I've actually, because I have a vinyl cutter, I've actually looked at possibly making some of these skins myself, but I haven't really seen how it's worked for anybody. So with not seeing how it's worked for anybody, I don't know how this is going to go. This could be a hit or miss. I mean, I could knock it out the park and it could look amazing, or it could just look really bad. So I'm thinking about doing a video on me creating a skin. I found a template online to create the skin, and I don't know if it's supposed to be for the Maverick Pro. This template was on one of the DJI channels in their forum. So I'm going to kind of play around with that and see how that works, and then possibly see if I can create this. And if I can create this, it's supposed to cover everything that a regular skin would. So, you know, I've had some problem with getting the vinyl to stick before, so I don't know if I'm going to run into that problem again or not. So like I said, this could be a hit or miss. This could go really cool, or it could go really bad really fast. So it's going to be something that I'm going to try, and we'll see what works. Like I said, I got the template, which was the hardest thing to find. So now that I have the template, I have to figure out a vinyl scheme that I want to use. Because I really don't want to do just a plain Jane vinyl. I want to do something that's unique and different. And I've seen a couple of them that look really cool, but I don't know how hard it's going to be to create. So that could be part of the battle right there. Like I said, some of these other guys that I talk to, be sure and go and check out their different channels. I know all of them upload on different days. So I've been watching some amazing videos by some of these guys. They all have some really cool stuff. So go check out their channels too. And we will see how this goes. I was trying to see if I could share the video or the template for the vinyl cutting, but I haven't put it on this laptop, so I don't think I can. I'm still trying to figure out this whole StreamYard thing, so kind of bear with me. It's still all quite new to me. And some of these guys have been getting the notifications. Some of these guys haven't been when I go live. So, I don't know if they've been able to see it or not. YouTube's been acting weird. I know some people said their subscriber count went down again lately. YouTube dropped off some stuff. But definitely, even if you don't get to comment on this live, comment on later on. Let me know what you think. I definitely want to see what y'all's ideas and thoughts are about these different skins. Hold on a second. Just got a text message back from one of the guys. Let me hop over here and send a message real quick. And see if we can get one of the guys on here. Adrian just messaged me back so we can find out how his flight went today. Really excited for him. He's been waiting for a long time for this drone to come in. And he finally got it. And he finally got to do his first flight with it today. So hopefully he likes it. Hopefully he's really excited about it, because a couple minutes of the clip I saw looked like it was doing really good. Had a nice clear video. It's not something that I was. Here he is. What is up, brother?
What's going on, Chief?
How you doing tonight?
Not much, man.
So how'd you like it?
I actually like that sucker.
Nice. I was hoping you would. I know you've been waiting for a good long minute to get it.
April 24. April 24, man, it's like I kind of just lost hope. Like, damn it, when is it gonna get here? Shit.
I know.
What the hell? But
That's
then
what
I
I
mean,
hate about waiting for stuff from overseas, bro.
yeah, but then again, I can understand the whole pandemic, whole coronavirus, bullshit
True.
going on. But even before all of this, people were still waiting a long time for them to go ahead and send in this stuff. And again, that was with Banggood.com at first. That's the one that originally bought it from.
Yeah.
April 24th, all the way through June the 1st, nothing. And I kept asking, give me an update. They just keep giving me the whole bullshit runaround. Wait 10 more days. Wait another week. Wait 2 more weeks.
I hate that.
This, that. Finally, I said, you know what? Forget it. Cancel it. Got my money to my PayPal. Went to gearbest.com. Bought it the first. By the 5th, they went ahead and sent me confirmation that it was sent, email, everything. But they also told me that it was going to be 10 through 15 days.
Yeah.
No, I got the son of a bitch yesterday.
Well, how'd it go on the flight today?
Amazing. Except FEMI, I don't know if you ever flown any FEMI drones or any Hubs and Xenos,
No, I haven't.
but those drones are they're good. Okay, the Hubs and Xenos are like shitty compared to the FEMIs, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But they're just not the greatest drone when it comes to like a DJI product. DJI is like they don't even come close to being like DJI. As far as everything, you know what I mean? Flight, GPS, flying, period, precise landing, you know what I mean? Firmware updates, all that good stuff. And yes, today, no, I'm sorry. Was it today? Yesterday, after I did the whole setup, started messing with it a little bit. I actually took it outside and kind of just messed with it just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I looked for any updates. No updates available. Today, there was an update. So you would think that as I got the drone, it's going to be the update right away since it's being a new drone.
Yeah.
But no, the update went through just fine. And if you actually watch my video, I had already done the update before I even, you know what I mean, turn on the app or everything.
Okay.
But it also said that it needed a firmware update.
Now,
but I'm like, yeah.
When you update that one, does that update like our DJIs do, or do you have to plug the drone into the computer like some of them?
No, that's one thing that I actually love of how they did the whole update. Before with the 2018 FEMI, you have to plug it into the freaking computer.
That's a pain.
And it's a pain in the ass to do that.
Yeah.
The Hubs and Xeno, you still have to do that. The Hubs and Xeno that I have and the Pro that I have. But the Hubs and Xeno 2, you don't have to do that. You have to do it right through the app.
Okay.
But anyway,
so basically with the controller and everything like we do our DJI.
Yeah, correct. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass, but as soon as I hit update, it went through, boom, just like that.
Nice.
So, I mean, it updated and everything. So now, it says something about updating the remote and the camera and something I have to do with like, hold on, let me, actually, do you mind if I share my video?
No, go for it.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up.
By the way, if you can get a hold of some of the other guys, let them know you have more of the guys on Messenger and Facebook and stuff than I do. I know I told Jim earlier I was going to go live.
You did? What did he say?
He gave me the thumbs up because I went live for a couple minutes and was like, hey, going to go live at 7. And, if you guys want to pop on, he gave me the thumbs up. So he might come by later.
All right. I'll go ahead and holler some of the guys in a minute. Can you see my page information?
Yep, there you go.
Let me go ahead and click on the video. I'm going to kind of walk you through real quick.
What is up, my fellow subscribers? Adrian here from Adrian Mateo Drones, bringing you another video. This is going to be my first flight video with the...
You see we already said download completed?
Okay.
I had already did the update. But then when I go into the into the device and I get it connected, it's still telling me there's a freaking firmware update, but I didn't pay attention that it wasn't going to be the same one. So hold on.
Okay.
The FIMI X8 SE 2020 version. I'm also going to go ahead and do the precision landing test with this drone as well. I've been watching a lot of people using the FIMI X8 SE 2018 version and 2019 version. And the precision landing is actually crappy. It never really lands where it's supposed to land, pretty much on the mat. So let me go ahead and get this into here. I just finished doing an update with it, and it's actually giving me that I have a firmware update. So let me go ahead and hit update firmware because I need to.
All right, so you see where it says firmware update number 1, flight control.
Yeah.
And that will optimize possible downward gimbal vibration. And then the camera optimize image white balance, fix, some known bugs. I still had a little bit of hiccup towards the end of my video with the gimbal literally just going up and down by itself like it was glitching.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it kind of scared the hell out of me because I thought, wait a minute, what the fuck now? I just did the update, but then I turned the drone off, turned it back on, boom, it was working perfectly.
Huh. Maybe you needed to restart the drone after you did the update?
Probably that's what it was, and I didn't do it. But normally when you have to do that, the app will actually let you know what I mean, turn the drone on and off. So you know what I mean, to refresh it like how DJI will do. But for some reason, they did not do it. So now I know for the future that next time I do an update, I'm going to restart the drone and then start it again.
Do that. So let's see here. It says please connect the drone. Let me go back. I think it's gonna have to look for more GPS for it to connect. This drone, for some reason, when it doesn't have 13 or more GPS, it does not pretty much act right. So let me see if it's gonna do it now.
Now see?
So
see how before now it give me the little check mark that is done?
Okay.
But then it doesn't even where it says start updating, it doesn't even give me that choice to click on it. That's because that I already done it, previously. But for some reason the app and the drone were just not communicating right away. So it kind of took a little bit, and it was a bit frustrating because I actually wanted, to just go up, do what I had to do, make the video, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I was literally in the park for about an hour and a half just to get everything done. Upload the video, because it was 106 degrees outside. Upload the video, download it. You know what I mean? Do this and do that because my internet at my house is shitty. So I'd rather just let me do it here now while I'm already here. That's why it took me so long to come back and coming live. You know what I mean? When you came on, I was already on my way home. Anyway,
firmware update. Start updating. I don't know what that is about because I already did the update just now. Yep, I already did those 2 updates. So I'm going to hit ignore because I just literally did the same 2 updates. So I don't need to go ahead and even try to do that anymore. So again, let me go ahead and place the drone on the mat and let me go ahead and get this going. This drone loses GPS signal quick. It says 13 GPS. Now I went down to 12. I'm gonna wait and see if I can get at least 13 or more before I take off.
That's another thing with this drone. If you don't have 13 satellites or above, I won't recommend nobody to go ahead and fly the drone because it's gonna take off, it's gonna toilet bowl, it's gonna crash. You know what I mean? Into on the ground and shit like that. So
it might be just a weak receiver in there.
So what now?
They might just need to update that receiver in there. It might be just a really weak GPS receiver.
Correct. And if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of like what this was saying right here. I'm sorry, optimize downward. No, the gimbal. The other two bugs, where it said the other two bugs, it was supposed to go ahead and do that. But for some reason, it was just, acting, kind of crappy.
I'm gonna wait and see if I can get it at least a little darker. There you go. Let me go ahead and go to the camera settings. See what my white balance is. Sunny. Medium quality. I'll set high.
Let me go ahead and try to get a hold of the guys while you watch the video, okay?
All right. Color. I'll put it on vivid. Video. I'm actually put it on video. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to leave it on video. I'm actually doing a screen recording for this flight, so I don't have a SD card for this drone. So let me go ahead and hit. Dang it, I keep messing with exposure. Sorry about that. The remote, I have to get used to it. It's something completely different than the DJI, like any of my other drones. So let me go ahead and hit takeoff. And again, this is Adrian from Mateo Drones, bringing you my first flight with the FIMI X8 SE 2020 version. I'm also going to go ahead and be testing the precision landing with this one. And let me go ahead and go into the shade because it's so hot today. It's 106 degrees outside. So, and again, I just literally did an update on this drone. If you're not subscribed to the channel, or really, I would appreciate that if you do go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm sorry about that. I got a little tongue-tied. I would appreciate that you go ahead and do that, and make sure that you hit the bell notification to keep up to date with the channel.
I like that little GPS meter up top.
I do too. I mean, I think it's freaking amazing. Now, if you look at the horizon, doesn't it look like it's tilted a little bit?
Yeah, it does.
It is, and that's another issue that
Now, is that the gimbal? I mean, is there, how in
that's
the DJI gimbal. We can adjust our gimbal a little bit? Can you do that?
Correct. Correct. That's the gimbal. It's a gimbal.
How the DJI, we can kind of adjust that. Can you adjust that with that one?
Unfortunately, this one can be adjusted through a goddamn update.
Oh God.
Yes. So again, it's a give and take. It's not the greatest drone when it comes to, dealing with, but for the price, man, and what it does is, I think it's awesome. But then again, it's like a give and take. You know what I mean? And
okay, ballpark figure, what's this drone run?
So what now?
Ballpark figure, what's this drone run?
At first price $499. You can also find it in certain website with a coupon for $399, $415. Some have it for $599. Some have it for $800. Everybody just want a piece of the pie. Selling.
Yeah.
The guy that like Amazon sells it the most expensive.
Okay.
And then with Amazon, it tells you that it's going to be shipped in about a month or 2 months. So maybe the people that you're going to buy it through Amazon, they're going to buy it through Banggood, wait that time, and then send it to you. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you have to wait for double the shipping almost.
Exactly, and then you got to pay double the shipping and bullshit. Yeah,
that's frustrating.
I'm gonna go ahead and go up. I'm gonna go up about 200 feet. Make sure that I clear everything. No, 200. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and go out.
All right, so hold on.
And I see the drone. And I see on the horizon, there's like a tilt on the horizon already. I thought the update that I just literally did will actually take care of that. But again, FIMI and Hobson Zeno are good for having the tilted horizon in the background. I really don't know why. Let me go ahead and yaw to the right a little bit. Real nice and smooth. And again, this is Adrian Mateo from Mateo Drones, bringing you the first video with the FEMI X8SE. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
man,
excited. The 2020 version.
that horizon tilting, it gets freaking annoying, man.
Yeah, I could see how that would. That'd be frustrating, especially if you're trying to film.
Exactly. It's just freaking annoying because I mean, Florida is basically flat land, kind of
Oh
like
yeah, very.
and
I think what Ocala has the highest point, and that's like what 180 feet or something like that.
something like that. Not even that much, but a little bit. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was frustrating, man. But overall, the drone is freaking amazing. But I don't know what the hell is going on with FEMI and the goddamn,
Gimbal.
gimbal tilting of, when it's just frustrating, man. Because I mean, as you can see, that just by doing the screen recording only, the quality of the video looks great. Not
Yeah.
perfect when you're doing a screen recording, but if I had a SD card where I could actually recorded it, depending on how I record the video, it would pretty much look beautiful.
Yeah.
But man,
that does in 4K, right?
yeah, it does 4K, and then the highest is 4K, 30 frames per second.
Okay.
And it also has HDR, then H.264, 265, stuff like that.
So my topic tonight was social media groups and how frustrating they can be.
Okay.
Like some of the clips I've sent you from Facebook about my props are perfectly damaged. They're all chewed to pieces. Can I still fly? I mean, is this just me seeing this, or are you seeing this too?
I've actually seen it too. A lot of people are, careless when it comes to flying. And like you went ahead and texted me that time where, one person will go ahead and fly 5 minutes, flying, nice. They think the pilots, you know what I mean? They don't pay attention to the height, proximity, range. They don't pay attention to low limbs, wires, their surroundings, you know what I mean? And they just crash and then they want to get online and try to find out information when they were actually the one that were being careless of the way they're flying. Because once you take that drone up in the air that weighs more than 250 grams, you are responsible.
Yes, definitely.
That's why you have to register it through the FAA. You are responsible. That's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. When you actually asked me, and people are saying, well, you can only use one registration number for all the drones. This is my problem. And the issue that I have with that. When you go to the FAA drone zone and you're going to register a drone, each and every drone, it's kind of like a car, different make and model.
Yeah.
And the serial number happens to be what we call the social security number of that drone. When you register it, anytime you do it, it's going to ask you for all the info. But people are saying
that when I registered mine before. I did it about a year or so ago, or about 2 years ago now.
Correct, and I understand that, Mike. But the thing is that you have to register it. Kind of like, a matter of fact, Recovery One Drone. That's Dre Crawford, the guy that was talking to us last night.
Yeah. What's up, Dre?
He's a Part 107. If you actually, you know what I mean, if you put the link on the chat again, let him come in. He could actually talk to us about that too. By he being a Part 107, he have to register every single drone. You know what I mean? Separately. But if you fly recreational like how we do, you could use it. You know what I mean? For every drone you have. Me, I'm not going to do that because I'm already studying for my Part 107. So why even go through all of it? I'm going to have to do it anyway. And again, it's only $5.
Yeah, true.
So that's not going to kill my pockets. And then for like 3 years, then I could just fly, you know what I mean? And be safe. If I get stabbed or whatever, hey, I got my stuff on. I have TV on in background with the wife. Okay, well, I guess it's busy.
Yeah. I only have one drone right now, so that's why I haven't registered multiples.
Yeah.
So I'm still running with mine, and I went in there and I tried to change from when I had the Holy Stone to the DJI, and there was no place for for me to put in any information. Even when I first registered, it didn't ask what type of drone it was. It just said, here's a drone registry number. So I don't know if it's because how long ago I did it or what. So because I only have one and I sold the other one.
Correct. And if you notice the second comment that Dre put, AK Recovery One Jordan, he literally pretty much confirmed what I just told you.
Yeah.
If you do it obvious, you can only use one.
Yeah.
But if you do it on 107, like I'm doing right now, I'm working on it. You have to do it every single one of them individually. Mm-hmm. So, you see what I mean? Like, why not just get it done now? Because I mean, I'm going to get my Power 107. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Hey, I'm working on it already.
I'm studying for my Part 107 too, actually.
Correct.
I'm just making sure I know those VFR charts before I dive into that. Because I've heard a lot of people that, oh man, I just barely passed because I didn't realize there was so much on the VFR charts and the
It's a lot of stuff, man. I mean, I believe that me and you just basically kind of just scratch the surface. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely. Same here too.
We still have a lot to go. But I mean, I'm proud of myself because every time I listen to the guy that I'm going through. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, who are you going through?
I have a couple buddies that are military pilots, and they've been teaching me the VFR sectionals and stuff like that. So I didn't pay anybody any money to go to a class or anything because, honestly, these guys are pilots for a living, and they were like, this is what you need to study. This is what you need to learn. So as long as you study this, learn this, and know this inside and out, you should be good to go. So that's what I think I'm going to try.
Well, see, you have that to your advantage. I don't have anybody here.
Yeah.
I do know a couple of people, you know what I mean? Like Jim, Mitch, Steve, who else? I got Ronald Lockwood, aka Ron. He's also a pilot, you know what I mean? But like having somebody that I can actually talk to personally that can show me besides being on the phone is hard because you're not really going to learn anything over the phone. You could hear, but until you get a hands-on training, it's a little different. Now,
I'm doing this stuff through, Skype and stuff like that because these guys are all over the U.S. and world.
Correct. So is it fair to say that you're kind of winging it a little bit? You know what I mean? Like me, I'm actually taking the course that I pay for. So with the course, I go through Remote Pilot 101.
I've seen them and I've looked at it. They look really good. There's that one and there's Drone Academy or something.
Yeah. There's other one. Yeah. But with the Remote Pilot 101, if there's this guy, he's go by Ken Herring, who happens to be like a big time YouTuber that also do drones. If you go through the website and you type in like Herring 18, something like that, you get like a 40% discount, something like that. So instead of being $150 when I pay for mine, it was only $104.
That's not bad.
I got a discount. Not the greatest discount, but I mean, hey, every penny counts.
And see, what Recovery just said too. He said he self-studied with books he bought on Amazon.
Yeah. Correct. And then again, I mean, he's a dedicated person where he knows his stuff. You know what I mean? As you can hear when he was actually talking to us last night. I mean, he's pretty knowledgeable.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? What he does. I mean, and I got the greater respect for him, for Dre Crawford. You know what I mean? Recovery One Drone. Because anytime you ask him a question, he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
That's exactly what I want to get into. You know what I mean? Like what he's doing, I would love to get into that.
And that's why I love coming on these streams and listening and talking to you guys because I get to pick your brains a little bit. Some guys that have been flying 107 more, I get to learn from these guys. Correct.
Now, the reason why I went through the Remote Pilot 101 is basically because he actually shows you everything like step by step. You know what I mean? And you can always go back, listen again. If you fail a test, you can go back and retake the test. You know what I mean? Till you master it. So it's like you just working on your own pace. Now, like Dre Crawford did. He actually bought his books through Amazon. He was actually doing it himself too. which is great, like you're doing right now. It's great, but I get so busy. You know what I mean about me being a single dad again. You know what I mean when I come home, picking up a book. You know what I mean. Sometimes I don't feel like doing nothing, but just come home, I relax and don't do nothing.
See, what I did is I threw it on my Kindle, and I can take my Kindle with me anywhere.
And that's perfect. See, I don't have that choice. By me being a truck driver, I don't have that choice of being, you know what I mean, having that, you know, I'm not saying that you're doing something wrong. I'm saying I don't have the luxury of taking my Kindle, sit down for a little bit, you know what I mean, boom, 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 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't have that choice because I have to keep moving because I'm a truck driver. But since this is your topic, go ahead and elaborate a little bit more.
Well, you know, the new guys get on here, and what frustrates me is there's so much information available on the internet, but it's almost like they're too lazy to go out and check it out.
Too lazy. You know what? And I don't mean to interrupt you. You literally hit the nail on the head. Because it's just like you said. And the thing is not just social media. I mean, bro, anytime you want to learn something, YouTube is your best friend.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't care what you're looking for. Somebody out there have done it on YouTube and will literally tell you how to do it. Even with the Part 107, you could literally listen to videos and look at people doing, you know what I mean, telling you what to do when it comes to taking a test. You know, it just how, you know what I mean, it's gonna be up to you to go out there and get it done. But like we were saying, it's just that a lot of people are just dumb. They're just stupid, and that's what makes it so hard on people that are literally doing stuff the right way, like you, myself, Dre, Recovery One Drone, Jim. You know what I mean? Everybody that we talk to, everybody want to do stuff the right way, but there's always one idiot that want to go ahead and do some BS. Exactly, and that's where the FAA comes down on us so hard, and there's all of the freaking restriction when it comes to Part 107 or hobbyists.
What's up, Chris Hope? Come on and talk to us, brother, if you're free.
Yeah, kind of like Recovery just went ahead and said. He said, number one, checking surroundings, hazards. You know what I mean? Having a plan on why you're flying. You know what I mean? Create a mental, checklist. Like, hey, like Dre was saying last night, before you fly, when you do Part 107, because a lot of people just take the drone, install a blade, and fly. Nobody want to take the time to inspect the blade, make sure they're not broken. Exactly. You know what I mean?
I get
they're not dry rotted, you know.
Anything on my blade, and I'm replacing them.
Exactly, and that's one thing I'm like you. That's why I love speaking to so many guys, because you always learn something new every day about drones.
You know? Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's why I'm glad that I actually found the drone community to keep me updated, because man, like flying my drone, bro, that's like my therapy. You know what I mean? I love flying the drone. I mean, I don't know about you, Mike, but when I fly a drone, and it's like I'm in my own little world. You know what I mean?
And like, okay, today, for instance, you know how we were talking about the markers in the planes that everyone's supposed to have? I forget, what is it, UAV or something? I forget the technical term for it.
Okay, repeat that one.
Have a marker. If it's in a certain distance from your drone, it's supposed to pop up. Heard a plane today. Started bringing my drone down immediately. Nothing popped up. And I had that turned on.
Okay, now, quick question. Even like on the DJI Mavic Air, the DJI, not the first generation DJI Mavic Air 1, the DJI Mavic Zoom 2 Zoom, and the 2 Pro, we don't have that ADS-B stuff that the DJI Mavic Air 2 has. So I didn't even know that the Mavic Pro that
mine has ADS on it, because I can put my name in there to identify my craft.
Well, I probably need to go ahead and check on the Mavic 2 Zoom and Mavic 2 Pro, because those two drones are more updated than the one you have, the Pro 1.
Yeah, mine has the ADS setting that I can name my aircraft and it's supposed to give me the notifications if something's in my area.
I know my Mavic Air 2, it has it. That's what we call the AirSense, ADSB. Yeah. But when
I went in there, I turned it on. I named my aircraft GFO drone filming or something like that. So it marks my drone. And like I said, I had a plane. I could see him coming up behind me. And like I said, I started bringing it down, and like Above and Beyond just said, if the plane does not have ADSB on the aircraft, which they should, it will not show up. And this was a relatively large size airplane. It was a twin engine, decent sized plane, and he was low enough I could get a good silhouette on him.
Okay. Did you invite Jim to come in?
I put the link in the chat. Jim, come on in. I told Chris Hope, come on in.
But anyway, like we were saying, and like Jim also just said, that some planes and some planes and some helicopters just don't have it. And look what Recovery One John just said, Dre. He said, I think the first Air had it. I got that one.
But most people didn't enable it.
Correct. But the Mavic Pro 2 and the Pro and the Zoom didn't have it. And again, he got the Mavic 2 Pro. I got both. I got the Zoom and the Pro. And I don't think I had that choice to turn that on. I don't think I even had that, period. That's what I was saying.
I'm going to have to go look again because I looked at it today and I'm pretty sure it said I had enabled it.
Correct. But your Pro one is actually outdated compared to mine. You know what I mean? My two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're not good, Jordan. I'm saying like yours are older compared to the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom that I have. Those are newer than yours. But so you would think that if yours have it, these two will also have it too.
Yeah. And I mean, this was buried in the settings. I mean, this was like I had to go to several different subcategories to find this. But it was one of them days I was playing around with stuff and going through all the different settings and stuff when I first bought it. So I'll have to look at it again.
Hey, Jimbo, we need you to come on in, man. Come on in and talk to us so we can go ahead and, get a little bit of qualification from you.
Hey, part of this other, the social media thing I was talking about too is I found a new app that's really cool and I'm liking it. The app is called Drone Nation. And it's almost like a Facebook type thing, but it's just for drone pilots.
You said it's an app?
Yeah, it's an app. It was in the App Store.
Okay, now, if you don't mind me asking, if you could go ahead and pick up your phone and kind of talk to me a little bit about it. So what is it? Is it like a drone community?
Yeah, it's a drone community. Hold on a second. It's loading. As soon as it loads, I'll show you what the screen pops up.
Remember, I remember I got an iPhone, you got an Android, so it might be a little different for me.
It shows me like, I can have a news feed with, people posting videos and pictures. Yeah, it's like a social media group. But, you get a bunch of guys posting some pictures and they're more knowledgeable than some of the Facebook groups, which is kind of refreshing. Recovery Drone has it. But it's I'm trying to see if I can get the.
No, I'm sorry. What is it? It's just it's called Drone Nation. Okay, hold on.
It's called Drone Nation, and it's like 2 drones, just the outline of 2 drones.
I got it. It's right here. I got it.
Right there. It went away too quick.
I found it.
But on there you can kind of connect with it'll show you people that are local to you as well, which I thought was kind of cool. So, it'd be a way to network with some more guys that fly around you.
Yeah.
And once again, it's a lot of FPV guys on there. They share different builds and stuff. So, yeah, like he just said, there's more FPV than GPS guys on there. But I've seen some really cool videos that some of these guys have shared and followed them on YouTube and stuff like that because they, they produce some pretty cool stuff. But it's another group, it's another tool, it's another way to expand your knowledge.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like he said, it can be really good to meet people for a group fly.
Man, my ears are ringing because I still kind of hear the propellers of the drone on my ear, like I almost hear a freaking drone on somewhere down window. Because believe it or not, on that FEMI, that my new drone, this battery, it almost felt like it lasted 40 freaking minutes.
Really?
Like, I was flying for a while in one battery, and even though after I finished my video, which I think my video is like 23, 25 minutes long, when I was done, I still had 70% battery life. Like, I was like, damn.
Dang.
Like, yeah, I was like, damn, the heck?
That's pretty sweet. So,
yeah, the FEMI do a high pitch Dre, but not like the DJI Mavic Air 1 or the Spark. The Air 1 and the Spark, they're screamers compared to the FEMI. You can still hear the FEMI, but not as loud.
I'll tell you what, that Holy Stone from Walmart, ProMark I had, that thing was loud. I used to call that thing the angry weed whacker.
Okay.
That's how loud that stupid thing was. So the other thing I was going to talk about, have you ever tried a drone skin?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
To be honest with you, I think they make the drone pop out and just look gorgeous and amazing, except the one that I actually got for my DJI Mavic Air 1. I don't know if I just got a bad, product or what's not. But even after cleaning, the drone, like it tells you, with a little alcohol swab, you know what I mean? You do this, you do that, all that good stuff. Even after that, it was still peeling off.
Now, did you do I know some of them show using a heat gun.
I got a heat gun as well, but it never crossed my mind because I cut into the directions. It doesn't tell you to use the heat gun. So plus I didn't want to put any heat on my drone anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and I don't think it's a real high heat. I think it's just enough to kind of get that glue to be a little tackier.
To kind of get adhesive, to be a lot stickier.
Activate that adhesive. Because, and this may be a project that I'm going to try, I actually got a template for my vinyl cutter for the Maverick Air.
For the Mavic Air 1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
So, in one of these videos coming up, I may try to cut my own skin.
Okay. I don't think it's hard to do it.
It doesn't look hard. The hardest part will be making sure all the cuts are right. Making sure you have everything set up in the vinyl machine properly to do all the cuts and sort it into the mats and stuff. It doesn't look hard in that sense. The template is pretty straightforward that I got.
Yeah.
The only reason I was thinking about putting a skin on mine is doing like a high vis color.
Yeah.
For seeing it a little further. Because, sometimes with that gray, it just kind of, if you flying and it's a bright day, everything just kind of blends in.
That's pretty much what Matt did with his Mavic Pro, the one you have. He actually went ahead and put a high vis orange, or red on his. So you know what I mean? You'll be able to see, further instead of being like you said, the gray, or like mine that happens to be plain white, only this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still see it, but if you blink, you know what I mean? You close your eyes, it's gonna kind of blend in with the background, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's something I might try. I don't know how well it's going to work.
I am thinking about getting some skins for my drones. I've thought about it, but I just don't want to have that bad experience again because after you use it, you can't return them.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can only return it in the original package, but after you open him, it's yours.
Yeah, and that's why I said, if this works, we may have a little something here. I won't be doing it for a lot of people, but some people may get some.
Correct. I understand. But let me answer Dre Recovery One Drone. If you're talking about the female has a high pitch, what I mean, Dre, is that you could hear it.
I think we're talking about my Holy Stone.
Okay.
When I started talking about the Holy Stone, that's when he said, "Explain, I'm lost," and then he said, "Never mind, it's a drone."
Correct, but he also said that the female has a high pitch, and then he put "explain ?" I'm lost. Okay. Maybe he was talking about the one you were talking about. I was just kind of clarifying if he was probably talking to me about it. It's just that the female does have a high pitch. I think every drone has a freaking high pitch.
Yeah.
The Mavic Air 2, you can still hear it. It's not the quietest drone, but compared to the DJI Mavic Air 1 and the Spark, Jesus, that thing is quiet compared to that. But you can still hear it. It's still loud enough for you to be able to hear it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think that there's any drone out there that's actually quiet. You can still hear the propellers.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But to answer him, I mean, it's loud, but not as loud as the Phantom. Like all the Phantoms are literally louder than the female, I would say. Or the DJI Mavic Air 1 or the Spark. I think that the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom and the Pro are quieter than the female. That I know because I got them both.
Okay, he said he misheard it when I said skins.
Okay, I guess he would tell you when you were talking about the skin. I'll tell you what, go ahead and keep talking. I'll be right back because I'm also cooking dinner. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
So, yeah, like I said, with the skins, I found a template on the DJI page. And it's basically a template. You have to program it into your vinyl cutter, and then the vinyl cutter cuts out the skin into pieces, and then you put it on like you would a skin you bought from let's see, what's the name? I think one of them's Drone Girl or something has skins, and then there's another one, Monster Skins or something like that sells a bunch of different drone skins. And those are a lot more fancy than what I'm going to be doing or I want to do with mine. I don't know how well this is going to work, so this may be a trial and error video. But putting the skin into the vinyl cutter seems pretty straightforward. I mean, I do stuff like flag designs that have a lot of little stuff that we have to pick and pull out, all that stuff for decals. So, yeah, like you said, recovery drone, they're, the Drone Girl ones are real popular. But I kind of want to see if I can do this on my own. You see a lot of guys that are doing their own upgrades and, building their own stuff with the FPV. I want to see what I can do with the GPS and make it look, make mine pop. Like I said, mine's not going to be as fancy as some of Drone Girls with all the graphics and stuff, but, I want something a little more high vis than just my standard gray color that automatically comes with the Maverick. So maybe a high vis yellow or orange or something like that. Heck, I've even seen some of these guys painting their stuff, which I wouldn't want to do at all. I don't want to put paint. I want something that if I don't like it, I can peel it off with the vinyl. So I did something initially, tried to put my logo on the drone with the vinyl cutter, but I wasn't happy with the way it came out. It's just something that needed some more work on it. I had put, I think, GFO drone guy in letters on the front of it, and it just seemed like it was too big. And yeah, I mean, you know, embroidering that last two, but I did I got the vinyl cutter and the heat press to do the GFO shirts and the drone and tech guy shirts. Let's see, I got the hat. You know, we do all kinds of different decals and stuff. I got decals on the back of my truck for Georgia Family Outdoors and drone and tech guy. You know, little stuff to try to get my name out there in the local area too. I've done my cup, you know, decals and stuff that we've done giveaways on our Facebook page that we have for regular Georgia Family Outdoors. We've done some giveaways for decals and stuff like that. But like I said, you know, it'll be the first attempt at an actual drone skin, and I kind of want to see what I can do with it. And yeah, exactly. That's the main reason we got the vinyl cutter is we were talking about having some other people produce some vinyl stuff for us, and their prices were ridiculous. I mean, $15-20 for a shirt that I'm paying, and I was supplying the shirts and everything, and I'm only paying $3 or $4 for a shirt. The vinyl's not that expensive. I mean, you can buy a whole roll of vinyl. You probably buy 2 rolls of vinyl for $15 if it's on sale, and cutting it out doesn't take that much. So, you know, I was talking about mass producing something, and they still wanted $15 a pop. Where's your shirt, man?
Huh?
Where's your shirt?
It's actually hanging. Again, I just came from outside doing that flight. I'm not about to put my shirt on. I mean, I'm a little sweaty. I'm not about to mess it up.
True.
That's what I don't have it on right now.
I got about 10 or 15 of these. So, you know.
Well, these are my only 2. So, I mean, you know, if I had more, I wouldn't mind, you know what I mean, popping one.
Yeah.
But
and I usually, like, whenever I'm flying or something, I usually try to wear something that says GFO drone and tech guy, you know, so I don't look like one of these slapsticks out there with just a drone and wants to crash into everybody.
You were talking about doing your own stuff. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of hats, and if you know how to do that on the hat, I mean, I'll appreciate it if I'll buy the hat and you go ahead and put, you know what I mean, my channel information in there, man, like kind of my shirt.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. Then
let me perfect the hats a little bit more, because I tried doing one. Let me perfect the hats a little bit more, because I tried doing one for drone and tech guy, and the vinyl started moving a little bit on me, which was kind of frustrating. So I gotta kind of see, like, if I'm doing, like, see this one?
Yeah.
If it's just one side, it doesn't seem to move on me as much. But if I do one that goes across the whole front of the hat, it seems to kind of want to shift on me. So I don't know if it's the press I have or what.
Okay, I got you.
So
I got you. Again, bro, I'm gonna be like coming in and out because I don't want my food to burn, but I'm almost done. So I can still hear you, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
By the way, Jim told me that he was eating, that he's gonna be on in a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. Anyway, if you go keep elaborating on what you were saying about your topic, and if I hear something, you know what I mean, I come right in till I'm done. You know what I'm doing. What I'm doing.
Yeah, man.
I apologize for that, man.
Heck, that's really good. Recovery, $12 per shirt for embroider. Is that just the letters, or is that the logo too, or do you have a logo that goes with it? See, where I live, there's no real places around here to get shirts and stuff made. Not too many embroidery places, so I kind of have to work with what I got around here. There's a couple vinyl places, but once again, unless you're getting 1,000 shirts made, and that's going to be a couple $100, you're not getting any real deal on it if you only need like 10 or 15 made. So that's kind of why I went with getting my own equipment. And, the equipment honestly wasn't super expensive. I got my vinyl cutter on sale. I think I paid like $100 for it. And I paid like $160 for the heat press. And that came with several different attachments for the shirts and the hats and stuff. Like I said, I just got to work on getting the hat press. It's this little curve piece, and the curve doesn't want to match the curve on the hat, which is kind of frustrating. They need to work on the curve set up for the heat press for the hats. They need to make that curve the design on it a little different. But I have a couple people that do a lot of vinyl and stuff like that I've talked to about this, and they've given me some ideas to try. So I'm going to try it with those, and if it comes out better, then I'll start doing more hats, because I have several people that want these hats. I've got the black, the camo, and a couple other colors that I've done, and we're going to start getting different color shirts and stuff. We tried a glittery glittery vinyl for Stacy for the GFO shirts for the ladies. That came out really good, so we might try that again. The shirts are easy to do. I can bang out quite a few of them pretty quick, but the hats have they've been rough. So, but like I said, it's all about, trying to promote yourself some and get your name out locally. And, I've had a bunch of people tell me they love the GFO logo, the regular outline of Georgia that's behind me on the flag. So I created that myself, playing around in Photoshop. So I do all my own logos and stuff like that. And you're right, due to the bend in the bill, getting it to fit on that press can be really tricky. Even if the brim is still really flat and it's a brand new hat, some of them just don't want to fit on that press. And it's, like I said, it's really frustrating. Like, I've literally done one and the vinyl slipped and the hat went sailing across the room, and because I was just frustrated with it and irritated and mad. But it's a work in progress. Kind of like me flying my drone. It's a work in progress. Why are you saying wow there, Recovery? Yeah, the other part of that with getting the logo straight is I'm a perfectionist. So if that logo isn't straight, I'm not happy with it. And, I don't want to use it, don't want to wear it. So I have to make sure all my stuff is lined up perfectly and symmetrical. And yeah, I tossed the hat on that one. I was a little irritated. So like I said, that whole perfectionist thing, it just kind of got tossed on the couch, and that's on the other side of the room there. So yeah, I did. It took probably getting the initial logo done for the hat. Probably took about 30 minutes setting it up in the vinyl machine, and then you have to pick the vinyl afterwards and all that. So it was quite a bit just to get it to that point. And then once it got on that point, it smeared the vinyl and everything just kind of ran. That's when it got extremely frustrating. But But yeah, I'm definitely going to try that with the skins, and I'll put a video out and kind of let you guys know how it worked. The other vinyl stuff I've done has come out really cool. That's one of my logos, and then put the Air Force wings on the back. So, you know, that stuff, yeah, it's all in the details. You know, and I'm still new to doing the vinyl. I've had the machine for about a year. And like I said, shirts go together easy. That's real quick. You can eyeball that and set it up and use the template and whatever. But with the hat, getting it on that press right and having to uncurl this, even if there's any kind of thing, and getting it flat on there, the curve on the press just isn't right. So they need to work on a better design for that. But, recovery, have you actually met up with any of these guys from the Drone Nation page? Kind of curious. I mean, I don't have anybody in my area. When I looked at the local area, I think it said there was one club by me, but they weren't active anymore. But you know, I've got a bunch of great. Okay, that's your logo. Nice. I like that. Now, did you come up with that design yourself, or did you have someone make it for you? Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a bunch of people down in Jacksonville, up towards Atlanta. There's a bunch, but I don't have anybody in my area. Like I said, there was one RC club supposedly out near the airport where I live that fly, but there's nobody been. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Vistaprint does some good stuff. I've used them for business cards and stuff like that before. So, but you know, everything's a work in progress, and I'll keep trying until I get it right eventually. Figure this thing out. And you know, everybody, thank you for coming in, chatting, talking. Love talking to you guys, getting knowledge from you guys. Yeah, and I'm the same way. I want all my stuff to match. Hats, shirts, business cards. You know, if you present yourself as a professional and you know how to fly, and you know, show the guys, hey, look, this is my videos, this is what I do. You know, you present yourself as a professional, they're going to have more respect for you. So I definitely agree. I want all my stuff to match as well. But the heck are you cooking, Adrian? 10-course meal?
Yes, sir.
I said, what are you cooking, a 10-course meal?
You damn right.
What's for dinner, man? I'm on my way.
Coronavirus.
Hey, and by the way, drone recovery, because you're here. Last night on Adrian's stream, we were talking about all the restaurants and stuff, and I had to do it. Had to go get me some Chinese food today.
See, you guys like to go to the source and get the coronavirus. Me, I'm not.
Hey, but check this out. So I went there, and I haven't been there since this whole thing started, and they won't even let you in the building. They have a little like mail slot that you pass the money through, and they pass your change back through, and then they make you back up, and they put your food outside on a table, and then they go back inside, and you can get your food.
That's a bunch of BS, man.
I mean, the girl put on the face mask and the gloves and everything. So,
That's a bunch of BS, man. Look, since this stuff started, I haven't ate Chinese food since then. I think I stopped eating it back in February. Because, man, I love Chinese food, bro. I love the freaking Chinese food. But with all this crap going on, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I had my Kung Pao Kitty today. So, hey,
You had your compound on cats and dogs.
yeah, exactly. You know, got to have that every once in a while.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
But your topic is actually quite interesting because I just wish that everybody would just fly, you know what I mean, responsibly. But you're all gonna find some jackass that don't know nothing, and he's like I want to be know it all, and just ruin it for me and you.
and that's the
Or
other one that frustrates me too, is because every single group has the drone police, and you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they think you're 1 foot above 400, you know they're going to be like, well, you know. So I just,
There's always one jackass. Only takes one.
you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And, you know, that's why I've honestly left a couple groups because they had so many of them in there that it was just, yeah, exactly. The person that goes out and does some crazy stuff and then puts it on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, like the guy that flew by the Blue Angels.
Yep.
You know, it just takes one incident like that, and then the person uploads it to create a problem for everybody else. Because then, you know, everybody, all of us as drone pilots, operators, flyers, whatever you want to call us, you know, everyone thinks we all act the same. And, you know, there's a bunch of us that want to do everything right, do everything correctly. But you got that one guy that spoils it for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Only take one.
So, that guy that flew by the Blue Angels, man, that made me mad because that's a huge no-no. Like, you should know better.
I believe that guy drone should have been taken away from him and shoved right up his ass.
Yes. I mean,
Literally. And I mean that literally.
What's up, Tony? Tony's from Walsh Farms, Adrian. Walsh Farms actually works with me, and we're trying to get together to do some. He does a farming channel, and he wants me to get some drone footage of them driving some tractors and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Which would be something, yeah, it'd be something, you know, different and unique that not a lot of people have. Get some drone footage of them farming. He's a local farmer here, and his sons do it too. So, you know, I like being able to throw up some different stuff that's not something that everybody has up there.
He got a YouTube channel too?
Yeah, he does. In fact, I did a collaboration with him on one of my videos.
Oh, yeah?
Where we sat down and talked about cameras and stuff.
Okay, let me go ahead and pull up your stream on YouTube. That way I could go directly to the chat, because by me being on the StreamYard, I can't even tap on the chat.
Okay.
Even tap on the chat. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Let me pop out.
You have a good weekend too, Tony. And I'll be in to talk to you at some point this week when I get back to work on Wednesday. Yeah, he actually started using Filmora now to edit his videos. So I've been working with him some on that too.
Okay. I actually like how you did the last video that I watched where you said this is the weather and you went, whoop, and then it appeared right there, and then you did that, like stuff like that. That's exactly what I want to learn how to do. I do not know how to do that.
And honestly, with Filmora, it's super easy, bro. All I had to do was basically crop out the rest of the screen just to the section that I wanted, and put it as an overlay on my video, and just position it to where when I did that, it showed up, and it was really easy. I'm looking at what Recovery said. He said, I'm sure you guys heard about the case in Louisiana.
Yeah,
where the guy shot at the drone?
There's a big case about some kind of drone incident that happened. We talked about it before, but I actually forgot. Let me go ahead and pull up the news. Hold on. Let me see.
Because I know there's one recently where a guy got his drone shot at.
I know this guy, I think he's about to go to freaking prison. Yeah, on James Benson of Ruston, Louisiana. Here's the case right here. Hold on. A curious case regarding drone rashes awaiting on final verdict in Louisiana. Now, let me go and share the screen with this, and that way you'll be able to.
Okay.
Hold on.
Recovery said the guy was arrested, fined on 2 years probation, and lost his drones.
Yep, I think this is the one right here. Let me know when you can see it.
All right. There we go.
Hey, Recovery One, that's the case that you're talking about. Let me know when you want me to scroll down.
For some reason, it's taking forever to load. There we go. Go ahead and scroll down.
All right.
He said, yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, he definitely was railroaded on that one because, I mean, looks like he's following all the rules.
Yeah. And he only went 1,500 feet from takeoff point. That's it. That was completely fine.
Yeah. And it said he only passed over the edge of his neighbor's property line briefly, and he didn't stop, so he couldn't have been spying or surveilling. So that's not an issue. He was going 40 miles an hour. I wonder if this guy had any previous problems with the sheriff's department.
I don't know, but it almost seemed like somebody out to get him.
Well, like Recovery said, he was definitely railroaded on this one. Aerial trespassing. That, I mean, I never heard of that bullshit before. No. Because everything I've always read is you own the property, not the airspace.
Exactly.
Because I mean, if you own the airspace too, small plane couldn't fly over you.
Oh, look at this. It says something about the neighbor, his next door neighbor who happens to be a sheriff. Complain about the drone flying over his property.
Yeah.
The two have had neighborly, problems, arguing, I guess, confrontation. So obviously, the next door neighbor sounded like
Works
the
for
next
the
door neighbor.
sheriff's department.
Yeah, exactly. And he started with the bullshit. Because he actually, I guess, by him being a sheriff, they're gonna listen to him instead of listening to the goddamn guy that did everything legally, as far as
Now,
flying goes.
recovery said it's a new Louisiana law in 2018. So I'm guessing from that new law is you own the airspace. But then again, if you look at the statute there, conduct surveillance on the property or any individual lawfully on the property. I mean, at 40 miles an hour, I don't see how you can conduct surveillance. I mean, if you're standing there hovering and zooming in on the person, yeah. But cruising at 40, you're not going to be able to see much from 300 feet. It's not like these drones have a super telephoto lens or anything. I mean, hell, at 300 feet, you couldn't even pick out who the person was.
Pretty much. I think it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a yeah, like he said, they're connected it with privacy laws. And according to this, they said he just flew over the neighbor's trees. So if he's not in relation anywhere near the house and he's just flying over trees, how you going to see somebody down in the trees either?
But like in Florida, you could fly over somebody's house because you're not trespassing. You actually are, you know what I mean? You're up in the sky. Now,
Yeah.
if you physically standing on those people's property, physically, you're like your body, you know what I mean? On their property, you're trespassing. But my drone is up in the air. The air is controlled by the goddamn FAA. You don't have the right to tell me shit at that point.
Yeah. Well, that,
But
the other thing you said too, if you're hovering over the house and you got your camera pointed down, I could see that as, trying to surveil somebody or trespassing, something like that.
But I'm asking you a question. I understand it, but I'm asking you a question. Even if I'm hovering my drone 300, 400 feet, with the naked eye, you can't fucking tell me the camera looking at you and that. You can't. There's no way.
You cannot
tell me, oh, he's looking at me. You don't even know what the hell I'm doing. At that moment, I could be hitting return to home. At that moment, I'm just scratching my ass. I'm probably sneezing, taking a sip of water. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or the drone is going to fail safe, where it's going to turn around and come back.
Yeah. Like he said, the FFA didn't get involved in this, which I don't think is helping this guy at that point.
And the guy, because I keep hearing that the FAA don't even want to bother getting in it.
Nope.
Even though they should, because that's their, specialty right there, the freaking sky.
I don't know. I just like Recovery said, it sounds like this guy's just straight up getting railroaded.
I think it's a bunch of BS, man. It's like I believe that his next door neighbor just out to get him, or he just hates drones. Period. You know what I mean? And then again, it might be that the guy probably did some BS. We don't know. You know what I mean? We only know what they're saying. We don't know the whole story behind it.
Yep.
I'm just hoping that these are the fears on misinformation about drones. Have several states on high alert. Oh yeah, and I hope that Florida do not get in the freaking bandwagon with this bullshit because it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
That will really aggravate the hell out of me if they actually do. Because again, like today, I was flying my drone. As you can see, all I did was what? Took it up in the air, flew it, hit return back home, boom. You know what I mean? And the only time I actually put my gimbal down is when I was actually about to land, which means it was really right above me. You know what I mean?
Yep. And like I was saying earlier, 400 feet, you can't make any major details out.
You can't.
Those cameras aren't that good.
Not with those drones. I'm not saying that there's not some drones that have some good cameras. Yeah, they do. But with that drone, no, you can't. The DJI Inspire is a good drone. But I doubt that you'll be able to zoom in to where you can literally see at a woman's butt cheeks, you know what I mean, from way up there. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. This is where I would love Jim to come in because Jim had the same drone that they're talking about on the case.
Yeah, true. You talked to him?
He said he was eating. He's going to jump in, but okay. I don't know. I think that's just a bunch of bull crap. I really do.
Yeah, and I agree. We need to police each other, like he said. We need to police each other from crap like this happening, from dumb people flying. But then again, you get them people that want to over police things too, and something that's like, okay, like the guys taking fireworks pictures. If you're flying as a hobbyist, that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone's, oh, well, you can't fly at night and da-da-da-da-da.
Yes, you can. You can, but you can fly at night, but you also need to follow the rules.
Exactly.
It's from time to that time, and you also have to have nice lights on that way it be visible. You know what I mean?
Now, I was talking to a guy that does illegal stuff about drones, and he was telling me that if you're flying at night with the 107, you have to have the lights visible up to 3 miles.
Correct, and you have to have a waiver.
And a waiver. But if you're flying as a hobbyist, he said the whole strobe light visible up to 3 miles is kind of a gray area. They don't have like the 3 mile strobe light for hobbyists.
In a way, it's like a lose-lose situation. Like you can't win for losing.
Yeah. I mean, I wish some of these rules are more black and white. Or
correct.
Put
that makes
to a way that we can understand them.
Yes. And if you pay attention, man, a lot of the rules that they have, man, they make it so freaking difficult to just even understand. You know what I mean?
Like Recovery said, for hobbyists, it's just recommended to have the strobe light that's visible up to 3 miles.
3 nautical miles, yeah.
So, and it was like this guy was saying, though, somebody was going, well, I have a strobe on my DJI. There's no drone that comes with a factory strobe that's visible up to 3 miles.
They do have the DJI Mavic 2 Enterprise. It comes with a built-in strobe light on top of it. That sucker costs like $4,000.
See, that one may have it, but the Mavericks and like we have, the more hobbyist drones, not the professional ones,
Now my DJI Mavic 2 Zoom, I'm a DJI Mavic 2 Pro, have the bottom auxiliary light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mine too. Mine has the strobe on the back at night.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you get one of the aftermarket kits that go on top, from what he was saying, none of those are actually visible for 3 miles.
Let me show you something real quick. Let me pull it out.
Which one did you get, Recovery? Because I think there's one called Firehouse, a company that makes them. I know there's a couple different companies that make one that you can attach to it. Okay, the Firehouse Art 2. I've seen that one. That was the one I was actually looking at. I've only done a couple little short, really low night flights just to kind of see what it was capable of. So haven't really dabbled in that. I was thinking about doing fireworks, trying to do fireworks this year, but with work and everything, I wasn't able to. Once again, I'm gonna drop the link down there in the chat for everybody.
See this right here? This is my DJI Mavic Mini.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you see right here that Velcro?
Yeah.
I have this light right here. And again, that's for night flying. So, of course, this one did not have any lights on the bottom of it. But this right here, it does get pretty bright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is pretty bright.
And you cannot tell me that at night, if I'm flying, you will not be able to see that. You will see that.
Yeah, you should be able to. He said in his Never Leave Your Wingman video, you can see the strobe in the daylight. I've checked that one out. He's using that Firehouse Arc 2. The strobe light they make. And I know that one's rated for 3 salute miles.
Do you you said the drone that you have is the only one you have? That's it?
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, are you gonna come in or what, man? How you doing, Robert Glazier? How you doing, Chief?
What's up,
Still
Robert?
waiting for you, Jim. Hey, Robert, if you want to hop in, man, come on and hop in.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody who wants to come on, I just dropped the link down in there. Come on in and talk to us. Jim said the Strobons suck because the batteries can't handle it, but the Arc 2 by the Firehouse Tech does a good job. He uses 4, white on top, red on left, green on right, same as an airplane.
Now watch this one. Look, this one have that. Then you can actually change the color to red.
Oh, cool.
You can even change it to do that. You can even change it to green. It changes to green. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Make it solid, make it strobe, make it like the SOS. I mean, it's nice. I love it.
Where'd you get that
one? Jim.
Yeah, bro.
What's going on?
These are Strobons lights. They're tiny, and the battery cannot handle the recharges and all that. And notice how it has one light on it, that one yellow light there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. These are the Arc 2s. Look at the size difference.
Holy
Yeah,
crap, yeah.
they won't have 4 lights.
There's 4 lights on them. They have adjustable white, red, green, and you can keep them up for 2 hours. You press the little button.
What's up, Ron? Hey, hop on if you want and come talk to us.
And you can
Good
either have
God, that thing's bright.
you can have it strobe, or you can hit it to stay on constantly, or you can hit it to just do a real slow strobe.
That thing is bright for being
Just-
such a tiny little light.
You can see them now. When you're looking at your aircraft and you're saying, well, what side of the aircraft am I looking at? That's where your red and greens come in.
Mm-hmm. Like a regular airplane has.
Yeah, just like you see on the regular airplanes. I'm trying to get the one of the different color just so I can show you right quick.
So now that you're here, while you're looking for that, good God, those things are bright.
Yeah.
Now, you said there's 3 on there, right?
I put a white on top. In boating world, it's called red, right, returning. So the red goes on the left and the green goes on the right. So you always know what direction your aircraft is in.
Gotcha.
Now, to find that little button to shut them off is a pain in the butt. But because they have that bigger battery, they work.
Yeah.
They're $35 a piece. So
That's not bad.
but I started out with the regular strobons, which I think were about $15 a piece. And those batteries just couldn't handle it. Man, I can't get trying to find that little button without looking at it.
And blinding yourself.
Yeah, it'll blind you.
Okay, so I don't know if you were watching earlier. We were talking about that legal case in.
I use Velcro.
Okay.
I just Velcro them on the bird.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
He was talking about the case that you went ahead and popped the link, the case in Louisiana.
Yeah, the guy's problem was this. Okay, now, when you fly a drone, when you build a road, either side of the road that the city built has an easement, a 10-foot easement on either side. So you can technically fly the road and fly the easement if a car is coming. But this guy flew over a deputy sheriff's house and 2 other people. So they tried to get him, and they got him for aerial trespassing because the guy was a deputy sheriff. The case was denied by the prosecutor for 2 years. For 2 years, the prosecutor wouldn't bring the case. His name is James Benson. He was on Ken Herron, like Dre said, and they actually gave him a 2-year probation. Took away his drone flying privileges, and there was one other thing. So now he's at the appellate stage because the FAA, nobody would help him out. He had to get his own lawyer, but he's doing it.
Good for him.
Because it's absolute BS. I'm not going to curse, but nobody owns the air. The Supreme Court said over 83 feet above your house is fair game. Well, where you go from there? But the guy lost the case, man, and you had to pay a lawyer. So who wins when you lose? That's what we all have to worry about.
Yeah. That's the frustrating part.
Now, the landing lights on the Mavic 2 Pro, they'll automatically come on at night, and they'll come on when you're trying to do precision landing if you don't have them on when you take off. But those are not there for the 3-mile statutory limit and all that.
Now, like I was talking with Dre, for hobbyists, it's kind of a gray area that you don't have to have the 3-mile strobe, but 107 you do.
Yeah, we do have to have them.
And you have to have the waiver. I saw Ron in here a minute ago, and I told him if he wants to hop on, come on.
He did say hi, but I think he left.
Yeah, he might have.
Hey,
Okay, I'm back.
hey, Mike. If some of the people are actually not, they're not blue. You know what I mean? Like if they want to share something, like to give him the little wrench.
How do I change that?
Ron is at work,
Oh, okay.
so he's on the street ambulance right now.
Like, say you got Jim and you got Chris Hope with the wrench.
How do I change that?
Yeah.
On the three dots, you just hit.
You're gonna you have to go to your chat on the
I just
YouTube.
did.
You highlight it. Okay. Like Recovery one doesn't have it. Ron doesn't have it. Who else?
I just did Robert, Recovery, and Ron.
Okay. What's up, Ron? How you doing, Chief? Ron, he did tell me that he was busy working. So
Yeah, he's on the ambulance. Jim just said.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dre,
Jim.
we were talking about that the other night, that you can be a 107 and still fly as a hobbyist. But where I don't, especially flying at night without a waiver, is because I don't want to get put in the situation now, because now my police department has guys who fly drones specifically too. So they're all getting smart as to the 107 rules and all that. And I don't want to get caught up with the BS of, well, you should be flying and all. I took a piece of paper, okay, that has my certificate of authority from the FAA, my driver's license, my FAA Part 107, photocopied it all. And whenever the police come up, I've had encounters with the police 5 times. I just hand them the piece of paper that's got all my information on it. Because if your neighbors call the police on you, police have to respond to every call. May not be for a half hour or so or an hour.
They do.
But they have to come to that call.
They do.
Even if it's a nuisance call, like flying a drone is a nuisance call. I've shown many an officer that at 100 feet, you cannot see someone on the ground, their face, you know.
And that's the one cool thing. I'm actually friends with a bunch of the police officers around here. So,
well, it's good if they know what's going on, because they too, all they do is read this shit in the media.
Yeah, and most of the guys that the police officers I know around here, they know I fly drones and stuff, and we've talked about it and stuff before. So, I tried educating them a little bit.
Now, I have all mine separately registered with the FAA because I'm 107, but I did it that way from the beginning, like Adrian did, and he thought that he made a mistake. But, dude, it's good for 2 or 3 years. So what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Not a mistake. Not a mistake. I won't say a mistake per se, Jim. What I did was that from the very beginning, I just registered every drone individually, even as being a hobbyist only. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then when you and I talked, and when everybody pitched in, they were like, Adrian, did you know that you don't have to register every single one of them? Well, anytime you go to the FAA drone zone, they ask you for that specific drone make, model, and serial number.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I was telling you. So I just figured, well, fuck it, it's only $5. I'm gonna get my Part 107 any goddamn way. I'm just gonna register every single drone if it's gonna be more than 250 grams. Who cares? It's only $5.
Yeah.
Not gonna hurt.
That's how I did it.
But some people were like, Adrian, do you know that? I understand, but it just doesn't make any damn sense. Because I'm gonna have to do it regardless anyway.
Look, they're gonna get rid of recreational flying. I don't know how they're gonna handle FPV. I don't know how they're gonna deal with that. But they're gonna require remote ID on us all. I know that.
Yeah.
Only because in order for them to allow commercial drone delivery, they have to know where everybody else is in the sky. And you have to remember, aircraft start at 400 or 500 feet.
Correct.
Always. Now, the FAA never had anything, any radar or anything that could track 400 feet and below. There is no system to do that. They would have to create a whole new antenna system, and they're not going to do that on their dime. They're going to do it on your dime by creating an unmanned traffic management system where we have to pay.
Yeah. How you doing, Ron?
Good, man. A little better than last.
Tired, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a long couple of days. I dehydrated myself yesterday, I think. Being at altitude and out in the sun for 12 hours.
Yeah, you want to be a damn dumb blonde, having a little dumb blonde moment. I'm alright. I'm not going to go dehydrate.
Pop yourself an IV and keep rolling.
Sucker.
Yep.
Hey, have you seen that stuff called BioLite, Ron?
What's that?
It's called BioLite. Have you seen that?
No, I don't think so.
Hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can. I might have a bottle. Something you should look into. It's some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little higher than you flatlanders, Adrian.
Huh?
I'm a little bit higher altitude than you flatlanders.
Hey, look, I have one bottle left.
Okay, Ron.
BioLite. Where do you get that stuff, Mike?
It's at like, the funny part is they sell it at the liquor store.
Really?
Because one of the things they say on the back is it's good for
Hangovers?
hangovers. Exactly. And good for dehydration, muscle cramps, overindulgence, stomach illness, fatigue. And basically, if you look at the ingredients on the bottle and look at the ingredients on the back of an IV, it's basically the same stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question for you guys. And now I saw it, but then tell me if this is true or not. I've seen some bullshit for sale that's called thick water. Have you guys heard of it?
Fake water?
Which is like water to drink, but it's thick. It almost look like glue, like thick like glue. And when you pour it, it comes out like thick, like a solid liquid just coming down.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. I was just asking, like, have you guys seen it?
No.
Because I've seen some fools drinking it on YouTube, and he just puking because it looked like snot. That's what it looked like. Yeah, it looked like snot.
I drink Gatorade.
If you get this stuff, Ron, refrigerate it first.
Oh, really?
Like old school Gatorade lime flavor.
Right.
But if it's not cold, it's kind of salty because it has all the electrolytes and stuff in it, like a saline bag would.
Right.
I buy Gatorade by the case because they won't do my they won't sell my flavor anymore.
Well, check this stuff out.
Nah, I'll stick with Gatorade.
Well, it's for if you get severely dehydrated.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a banana. Remember, Jim, they used to call it the old banana boat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have too much potassium, if you eat too much peanut butter for 2 weeks and go see your doctor.
Yeah.
See what he tells you.
Hey,
the potassium level will be sky high, which means you're screwing your own heart.
I finally took it out for a little spin today.
Is that that's a small controller? Oh, it's the side of the drone. Oh.
There's a right here.
That picture got really weird, didn't it? His picture?
Yeah. It did.
And then the controller opens up right here for you to put in iPad mini, tablet, or the phone.
I like that system. I like the way that opens.
Never seen it that way before.
I have that for the Tello.
Oh.
Because I had to buy the Snap-on for the to put the phone on it, but the damn thing wasn't wide enough. It's a pain in the ass. And so I'm sitting there holding the iPad mini while the granddaughter's trying to fly the Tello. You know, that's no fun.
No.
And so it turns out that they sell one of those controllers like Adrian just showed you that comes out like an accordion.
Yeah.
To hold the iPad mini.
Yeah, the video looked good from that one, Adrian. Just that tilted horizon.
Yeah, the Payme X8SC, they bad about that damn horizon tilted. So is the Hudson Zeno too. They do the same BS.
Man, Dre's been busy in here answering you guys' questions, huh?
Yeah. We told him to come on earlier, but he said he was watching TV with the wife or something.
Yeah, it's wife time. Are the antennas real? That's a good question, you know, because on half these drones, the antennas are fake. And we've discussed that before. That it's only a 3-inch piece of wire.
Yeah.
To answer you, Dre, Recovery One, I believe they are, but don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't see why it won't be real. I do know that it takes a little while to receive the GPS satellites, and it does a loose signal just like that for sometimes, just for no reason.
I told him, like I was saying, Adrian, that may be just a weaker GPS unit in there.
Maybe it could be that too.
Sometimes, if they don't install a really good GPS chip, that chip may not be picking it up.
Oh, I wanted to show you. This is the antenna from a Matrice 210. Are you all impressed now? All right. Here's the antenna. It's the same antenna that's on the Inspire ones up there.
Mm-hmm.
And those little plastic legs are this 3-inch piece of wire.
Wow.
That is your antenna. This is all bullshit. It's just to make you feel better about something.
What's up, JKS Enterprises?
The rest of it goes on to here, which goes on to this wire, which plugs into the remote controller, the SMA connector.
Gotcha.
But that's all there is, boys and girls. That's all there is to it. This is what you're flying 10 miles out on.
I actually thought it was the whole plastic piece with the whole antenna, but you only got a little piece of wire. That's it.
That's it.
Probably cost you $150 to replace it.
Right.
The patch antenna was $250. That's like free money to them.
Oh yeah. For a little piece of plastic and a 3-inch wire.
Yeah.
Jim and Ron, since you guys are in here, any of y'all ever tried skins out for your drone?
I have not ever skinned one.
No.
So for a future video, I actually found a template for my vinyl cutter that I can cut my own skin. So that may be a future video that I do, something to test out and play with. And I'm going to do it like a high vis, like the your little thing behind you there, your vest.
Yeah.
Something
do not disturb. That just makes them come and disturb you more. Do not disturb. That means come talk to me in every other language.
Right?
Pretty much.
It means please come bother me while I'm flying the aircraft.
Hey, Mike, that's gonna be like, hey, I'm right here. Come see me. You want to bother me? Come on in. Come talk to me.
What is that? How high does it fly? Does it go fast? How much did you pay for that? Leave.
Why is it so yellowish? What is that? Is that a skin? What do you do? Where you got it from?
Yeah.
Are you part 107? Do you know what you're doing? Man, get out of here. Leave me alone, please.
I'm just thinking of high vis color for my personal, so I can maintain line of sight a little better sometimes when it's bright out here.
Well, now there's another side to that. You see, I have 3 jackets. The reason is when you're doing construction, you have to have a hard hat, steel-toed tipped boots, and the flag vest, high visibility vest. These are construction site rules, not FAA rules. Everybody's got their own rules that you have to start complying with.
Well, no, I'm talking about the actual skin for the drone, making it high vis yellow.
Oh, okay.
That way I can see it a little bit better in the sky.
Now, Jim, when you're doing a job, do you also take like the cones? Are you like roadblock cones? Do you take any of those?
I have cones. I have a 5-foot landing pad. Right there is a Hoodman 5-foot landing pad. And where are the cones? The cones are around here somewhere. And I put all that crap in the car when I go. But that's for yourself because they don't give a shit where you're putting your drone out. You're usually going to go by where their marking sticks are, their survey sticks are. But you want people to stay away from your landing area.
Yeah.
Correct.
And of course, in Florida, it's all sand. So I thought 5 foot might have been too much, and 4 foot would be perfect. But when you're taking off, you're kicking up that baby powder sand into the motor, into your air, into your motors.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit since they don't guarantee your motors. You don't know. Nobody does. You don't know when that is going to drop. And it's going to drop someday.
And that kind of brings us back to one of the things I was talking about at the beginning, some of these Facebook groups and stuff. I can't share it off of I don't have it on this laptop, but I have the.
Dre says, while you're looking, and around train tracks, you need an orange jacket.
Okay. Can y'all see them propellers?
Come in tighter. A lot of glare on. Oh, yeah. Wow.
The guy asked if it was still good to fly them propellers.
Oh, hell no. Jesus. That looks like it was chewed up.
He crashed it. And he goes, well, I turned it on. It didn't want to act right. Is it still good to fly with these propellers?
No.
Let me tell you something.
What are you thinking?
This is, we were going to talk about this Tuesday again anyway, but this is a Mavic 2 Pro propeller, right? And I could not feel this crack in it. You see that crack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not feel that crack in it until I ran my hand across it. I'm sorry. I could not see the crack while it was on the aircraft. Only when I ran my hand across it. You see how it's dirty there too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just get used to it and you look at it and you say, oh, that looks fine. Always run your fingers. It takes a second.
Exactly.
Just run your fingers across your blades.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Just go around, do like a little pre-flight. You know what I mean? Check, make sure the propellers are right. They're doing good. They're not dry rotted. They're not messed up. Because you don't want that kind of problem. You don't want that thing flying off the sky.
Now, you know
like
something?
Pilot. If I see any little perfection or imperfection,
do you own a house, Mike?
What's that?
Do you own a house?
No.
All right. What do you own?
Vehicle.
Okay. How much is your car worth?
12, 13 grand.
Okay. Take out a power line. Find out how much that costs for you to replace. You're paying.
Yeah.
Take out, if that hits somebody on the head, do you think they're suing you for 13 grand? Fuck no. 13 million, maybe.
Yeah. And that's what I got on the thread and told the guy. I was like, look, any little scratch, nick, replace the propellers. Propellers are cheap.
Right. And you should do what Adrian does. When he buys a drone, he buys a boatload of new ones. Because companies like DJI, when DJI wants to end of life a drone, they stop selling parts like batteries, like blades.
Yep.
They force you into buying another product.
Yep.
That's why remember before the Mini came out, they stopped making the Spark.
Yeah.
Way before the one that we're talking about it, when this one was going to come out, the Mini, I bought 10 batteries for the Spark. I mean, I got a whole bunch of batteries, accessories on propellers. It's not even funny. I got a boatload of them. Just
You can
because
still
of that.
buy the Spark.
Huh?
You can still buy the Spark.
Oh, you could buy it. You know what I mean? Not through DJI. You're gonna buy it through some kind of third party vendor. You know what I mean? But not DJI.
Oh, and I do. Trust me. I have probably about 7 or 8 sets of propellers back sitting in there, extra batteries, stuff like that. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff I'm seeing that frustrates me on some of these Facebook pages for drones. Another guy, I don't have the screenshot.
There's a Facebook page right now that I just laugh at. That it says, "Don't read another drone manual again." Just let me hit my home button and see if I can get it to come up. Never read another drone manual. And I wrote on because he wants you to take his course. And I said that's the word. I don't know why I waste my time, but I went on there and said that's the worst advice you could ever give. Always read the manual.
Yeah.
They wrote the damn thing for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another thing. There's nobody out there for $1,500 that can teach you how to go fly power lines. That's a bunch of bullshit.
I wouldn't even think about flying near power lines without massive training.
Free webinar, how to make money or more money with your drone video. These people are insane.
Yeah.
And people sign up for this crap.
And that's part of what we were talking about earlier before you came on is the one that really got me the other day was the guy talking about sanding his blades down because there was some nicks in them. I was like, you're going to do what? I was like, the second you touch it with sandpaper, that changes the whole aerodynamics of the thing, and that prop is shot.
Yeah. Well, you said they're too cheap. What are they, about $10 for a pair, $15 for a pair?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, it's cheap enough. Go buy some new ones. You pay anywhere from $1,000, 500 to what was your big one, Jim? $3,000-$4,000?
Cost more than your truck.
Yeah.
How much did you say your car was worth?
About 13.
Add 5,000 onto that.
So, okay, you pay up to that for a drone. Propellers are a whole lot cheaper than replacing your drone.
Oh, I guess now, Ron, we can add that repair cost, huh? That other $3,000
Oh, yeah.
to the matrice cost?
Yeah.
Friggin' sickening. DJI's really got you by the wallet.
Jordan Curley said.
Now,
Nothing you can do about it.
with the Phantom 2 and 3, some people were getting a little better balance by sanding them.
Little bit of balance doing what?
Sanding recovery, or Dre said that there was something people used to do with the Phantom 2 to 3s to get a better balance on the propellers.
Listen, propellers are designed straight out, okay? Just like any airplane, they have what's called a rake to them.
Yeah.
That's what's creating your lift.
Yep.
Not you sanding down the friggin' thing. Stop being an idiot. Think. Why did they put tires on your car? Why didn't they just put bicycle tires on there?
Yeah.
For a specific reason.
Trust me, I totally agree with you guys. I definitely do. It just, this is the stuff I'm seeing on social media lately that I'm just sitting there scratching my head going, this is like simple. It shouldn't be that big of a question like that you have to go on social media to find out if using a prop that looks like your dog chewed on it is still safe to fly.
This is why we started our Tuesday night tech group. So people could feel free to ask the dumb questions.
Yeah.
That you normally wouldn't ask anywhere else. I'm not a photography professional. Ron is. If I've got a dumb question, I ask Ron. And I feel uncomfortable in our group asking stupid questions.
Definitely. But, it also comes to a point where some of the questions I see these guys asking on some of these Facebook groups, a 2-second Google search could tell you.
Listen, they don't even watch videos. I saw a guy at a park. Now, this is years ago now. I'm sure Ron's heard the story a million times. A guy was flying the Phantom 4 and his phone fell off the remote control. He didn't even know to pull out the white tips to hold his phone in.
Yep.
Wow.
All you had to do was either look at the manual, at the pictures in the manual, or watch a video, you idiot.
Yeah.
And this guy was flying in the park while I'm playing with my granddaughter. I told him to land the drone now.
Yeah, that's just not safe.
If he doesn't know how to put the phone on the goddamn thing, he sure as hell didn't read up how to fly it.
Exactly.
Land it and walk away. I told him, and he did. There was no further argument.
So he listened to you, Jim?
You're damn right he listened to me.
Chris says he has a question for Adrian.
So
hey, Chris, come on in and ask him, man.
Here, let me show you.
Chris, you're being mean, right? By the way, Ron, which one is your bug? The top one or the bottom one? Which one?
Say again?
Which one is your bug?
The man was literally flying a Phantom 4.
I got the bottom.
You got the bottom.
And his phone fell off. He didn't know enough to bring out these tabs to hold the goddamn phone in. Oh, look. Look at that. If he doesn't know enough about that, you got no right flying around my kid.
No, you don't.
He didn't even know enough to pull out the tabs to put the phone in there.
That's because he's a dumbass.
And Adrian, just for the record, there's only one person per room. I don't share rooms.
But you got them both then.
I don't know why they put bunks in there, but I'll be damned if I want to sleep with another dude in my room.
I used to have to do it. We had 2 per room.
There was 40 per room in the military.
Well, yeah, that's barracks. Hey, Chris.
So
You got a big orgy in there, huh? 40 per room.
You look what Dre says. That guy would be the one on YouTube crying about how he crashed his drone. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's damn DJI's fault.
Yeah.
These dumb DJI drones, they're so unreliable. No, Jack, are you unreliable? Cause you're dumb.
That's really my one dumbass story. I don't know if you guys have seen anybody else do anything stupid.
I think, Jim, you and I have been in this business long enough to healthcare. Mike, you're in it too, but I've seen some really dumb shit. But the other day, I don't know if you saw, I was on Rodney's live stream. I showed him what do you call it, a questionnaire that was floating around from one of the lodges or bed and breakfasts in Yellowstone National Park. And, the lodge had a questionnaire for the people that stayed there. So, how was your stay? Was everything good? Was there any problems? You fill that out and you leave it in your room. These people wrote on there, well, we didn't see any bears. And we'd really appreciate. They said we would really appreciate if you would train your bears. because we spent a lot of money on this trip not to see any bears.
Wow.
It's like, really? How does that person function to breathe?
Hey,
I didn't know if their brain cells.
They're that
about-
dumb and walking the planet, and that's
Talking about
it's going to
EMS theories.
multiply.
Yeah.
there was a guy a while back, took out this bone between the two joints in his finger with a 40 cal Glock because he didn't unload it before he cleaned it.
Jesus.
I thought that was the first step on cleaning.
That's why
Ray says, was that from Yogi or Boo Boo?
guide, well, that's one thing I do. Sure. Yeah, but it was a real questionnaire. Somebody actually filled it out and somebody photocopied it and put it on the internet. But it's been floating around. But it literally said, the stay, we like the hotel, but we did not see any bears, and we would appreciate if you would train your bears. So
Why don't you come help us do that? Let's see you go first.
We need some bait.
Yeah, let me know how that turns out for you.
Chris said there was a guy in Walmart that shot the head off of his junk with his Glock.
Oh.
Hey, from y'all remember the
Babbitt.
Adrian movie?
Babbitt. Lorena Babbitt
Well,
cut off his pecker and threw it down the road.
Cheddar Bob from the Eminem movie shot himself in his junk.
I like that.
Kids shouldn't play with guns.
Yeah, Dan had the other night with that guy get on the intercom at Walmart.
Yeah. I was watching that.
That was great. Just the way the acoustics echoed.
Yes.
Can you imagine being at Walmart and hearing that?
So wait a minute, Mike. You said that some guy shot his finger off because he didn't know how to do what?
He was cleaning his gun, and he took between the second and third joint of your finger, he took that entire bone out with a 40 cal Glock.
Why?
I'm guessing he had the gun like this and was doing something, and he didn't unload it before he cleaned it. He said he was trying to clean it.
Fucking idiot.
I mean, I've owned guns for most of my life, and I always thought that was the first step on cleaning a weapon was to make sure it was unloaded.
Yeah, of course.
And Chris wrote he became a porn star.
Hey, and then Dre wrote gay ones.
Oh man, I don't even want to go into the ER. That's too embarrassing to go into the ER with.
Yeah.
I'll just leave me. I'll bleed to death.
Better than the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the part where if you guys seen the show where this couple having sex and then they do something stupid when the husband or the wife hurt the other partner and they have to go into the ER? Have you guys seen that show?
It's called Sex Sent Me to the ER.
So, something like that, yeah. How did?
That's a video or a show?
It's
No, that's a show. That's a show, Jim.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen it advertised.
It's an actual show. There's an episode where they were in their bedroom, and you know how I guess the headboard has like the bars. You know what I mean? And I guess the lady was going to be sexy, and the guy just pounded her in the back hard enough. It got stuck literally right here, and she just couldn't get it off to where it was literally crushing her damn temple.
You know what an anal prolapse is? That's when you bang the old lady in the ass, and when you do that, you pull out her rectum. Pull out her intestines. It's called a rectal prolapse.
Hey, Jim, I didn't want to.
Go to the ER. Explain that one.
Jim, I didn't want a goddamn image in my head.
You made a TV show up
I
about it.
was trying to eat some dinner, dude. I don't even want it no more.
You're gangbanging the old lady in the ass, and all of a sudden it comes out with it. Still on. Hey, doctor, can you push this back in?
Hey, Ron. Can
Yeah.
you imagine going to the ER? This is her ass, your dick, her anal like this right here. You just hanging.
You got 32 feet of intestines. You could just be walking her like a dog into the ER.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Robert, you're talking about my virgin ears. Oh God. Oh, Robert Glacier, funny.
I think Mike threw himself out again.
No, he said his battery died on the camera.
Oh, look at Dre said. I guess I learned something new today.
Oh shit. Oh God, that would be horrible. I did not want to walk around with nobody's ass stuck to my that didn't happen. No.
Yeah.
She probably be like, hey, don't step on it. What's the matter with you? No, I don't want that problem.
She'll never let you go the old dirt road again. That's a one-time event.
Hey, Ron. You're talking about she don't want to go to the old dirt road anymore. Oh, Jim.
That happens one time and one time only.
Jim, I got a question for you, Jim. Where the fuck do you come up with this bullshit?
That's it's real.
What is it? The rectum? No, rectum. I damn near killed him.
Damn near killed him.
Oh God.
That's why you got to use KY.
Oh my God.
Silicone lube.
The whole dirt road.
Yeah, she ain't letting you going up the old dirt road anymore after that.
Not again.
There's no second chance on that one.
Recovery said once in a lifetime event.
Yeah.
You damn right. Look what Chris Hope said. 2-bowl root tonic. Yeah.
Robert said, being in the Army, I've heard and seen almost everything.
Oh, I hope not, man. Unless it was a woman on the other side of it.
That's the Navy.
Hotel.
You hear me, Jim?
Was that?
I said, that's the Navy.
Or the Air Force.
Hey. We don't have our name on the butt of our pants.
Where do they have their name?
The Navy has the name on the butt of their pants and on the BDU top.
Oh, on the pockets, you mean?
The Air Force has the name on your pocket, and then on the butt of your pants over top the back pocket, they have their name there too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they do.
I'll be right back, fellas. Oh, the old dirt road.
The old dirt road. You only do that one time.
The old Hershey Highway. Oh man. Mm-mm.
Jim, you're an old dirty man. You know that?
I just tell you the truth. You know, I don't make this crap up. You can't make that up.
So, an EMT I know picked up a guy with a hot sauce bottle. And I'm not talking the little hot sauce bottle. I'm talking the large hot sauce bottle. Inserted.
Mm.
And it was stuck there.
I don't
And look,
get that.
This was his cover story. He was painting the walls, fell off the ladder, and landed on the hot sauce bottle.
Sure you did.
That's what we all said.
Could have happened to anybody. Had his underwear happened to be off.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You were
I
painting
said
naked?
yeah, that's what I said. You were painting the walls naked, huh?
I remember a call we had back in Pennsylvania. The lady that does the billing still teases me about how I wrote the chart up. But we had a raft of calls for quite a while, and I remember it was almost like a hydrochloric acid where you could get this recipe on the internet. All these people were committing suicide. What they would do is they'd mix these contents up in a bucket, and they'd like drive their cars out in the middle of the field, and they would actually put all these like hazard signs on their windows. And as soon as they mixed the stuff up, or put the final ingredient in, I don't even know what it was, but within seconds you're dead. But the fumes that it would create were so toxic. But anyhow, we had a raft of this stuff for a while, and so that was kind of fresh in our minds. We get a call a couple days later for a cardiac arrest at the this local hotel, and I was on the paramedic unit with another guy. Ambulance gets there, fire department gets there, and they get upstairs before we do. They beat us by like 2 minutes, if that. Anyhow, we go to get on the elevator, and fire department comes back down and said, "Get the hell out of here, go." Said the whole 4th floor smells of something, and they were afraid of that's what it may be. Well, apparently the maid found this guy, and so we ended up calling the county hazmat team. They came in. And the funny thing was, they were up there for about a half hour, and then they cleared us. Well, the state trooper that was downstairs with us, I used to ski with him. Big guy, probably 6'5", 275, big gigantic shoulders on him. Well, he was the crime lab guy, and so once we got the clearance to go upstairs, we go up there, and Richie's standing at the door of the room, and I just heard him say, "Oh wow." I'm trying to look past him, I can't see. And he walks in a little bit further, and he's got this, big Nikon camera in front of him. He goes, "Holy smokes." I'm like, what the hell is he looking at? Well, as he continues to keep walking, I come right in behind him because I told him, I said, I have to come up and put this guy on a monitor and confirm that he's in asystole and 2 leads. So as I start to walk in, right off to the right-hand side is the bathroom. The bathroom light's on. Nothing in there but except the bottle that was on the counter. And I looked over, looked a little closer. I'm like, that's mag citrate. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I walk in a little further, and it's kind of hard to describe on here, but I walked in a little further, and on this side of the wall was a big, like a dresser, bureau, whatever you call it. Kidding you guys, this thing was a monster. This gigantic dildo was up this, it was got a better part of 1.5 feet long. I'd say the diameter was, I don't know, 1.5 inches or better. I'm like, holy shit. I still haven't seen the dead guy yet. So I walk in a little bit further, and Mike goes, "Oh, wow, there he is." Richie says, "Oh, there he is." And guys on, if you, like I said, I'm walking in, it'd be on my right side was the bed. And there was this little plastic, like a sandwich bag, or like a baggie, that had these little bottles in them. I'm like, what the hell's in there?
Was it amyl nitrate?
No, what was in the little bottles was these sexual aroma enhancers, and they had like little labels on them, all kinds of names, and like pictures of like assless chap cowboys and all this stuff. And it's still at this point, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I walk in another couple feet, and I see this dead naked guy laying flat down on the floor, face down. He's got this gigantic rubber mask on him, almost like a latex rubber mask, and it's got two big respirator ports, like you would see like an auto body painter would use,
or a gas
I'm
mask.
like, yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he was deader as a doornail. Well, here in the far end of the wall was another desk and it had a laptop on there, and there was some live sexual chat page or something, but it was still live, and you could see all these people on there. And they think what happened is he, like, I guess these little scent bottles or whatever were supposed to really wind you up or whatever, but he was sniffing them, and they guess his heart rate got up too high, and he ended up going into cardiac arrest. But all of a sudden, I looked on that chat page, and all of a sudden, it starts going blank because there was all these people, and here we are, a bunch of cops, firemen, medics, all walking. You can imagine the conversation and the smart-ass little comments we were making. So, and all these people that were on this chat page were hearing every word we were saying, and they're probably seeing us too because there was a camera. It's like, holy shit. Yeah, that was an interesting one.
I got a question for you, Ron. Was that pen inserted in there? Did he have that pen in there?
Yeah, the one he did. Yeah.
Adrian,
Yeah.
after a few years on the job and after you've seen the human body in all kinds of states of disrepair, you get what's called a gallows humor. So when Ron says that, when you walk into a room with a guy who's just blown off his head with a shotgun, it just comes out of your mouth. He must have just broke up with his girlfriend or something like that. The humor that comes out of your mouth to relieve the situation. Mm. If people actually heard the things that we said, they would take it totally wrong.
Yeah.
I think the worst one I've seen is when I was working up in New Jersey. Guy sat in his apartment for almost a week at 100+ temps, deceased.
Yeah.
Loaded and ripped apart.
Oh, he was turning into a jail.
Yeah.
It's not like TV. When you jump from that building, you don't stay in one piece. Your body rips and you're eviscerated.
Yeah.
There was a video going around Facebook a while back of somebody that jumped.
Yeah. But Jim's right though. Yeah, you just your warm and fuzzy kind of tarnishes a little bit after a while.
Very much so.
But
Recovery said that's about as bad as death by hibachi. People lay in the bathroom tub, place a towel under the door, and light the charcoal.
What the hell would you do that for?
Shit, I mean, what about, Jim? What about the people that sniff glue? Why the fuck would you want to sniff glue?
I don't know, man. I knew a dude in junior high. He used to not only sniff glue, Adrian, he used to put that spray paint in the bag and then huff the paint. The dude would literally have paint, like an orange face.
They would do the whippets, the aerosol from the whipped cream.
Yeah.
Oh, they even do it for the have you guys ever bought that spray to clean your keyboard?
Oh yeah,
the air duster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sniff that shit too. Or even the little, what you call it, the little cylinder that you put like in a little pellet gun. I see people doing that too.
Yeah.
All of that.
I don't get it.
Yeah, nothing kind of surprises me anymore.
Me either.
I'll never understand why.
That's insane. Why would you want to do that?
It's, you meet all different types of people, different ways that, one of the Amish I had one time, we got called to a child that was ran over by a car. and
Oh my God.
they would hire people, usually in a van or a truck, if they had to go someplace far. If the horse and buggy couldn't. And I remember we landed in the cornfield and come over to the driveway, and here what happened was this little kid was crawling around the driveway, and the driver of the car backed out and ran right over his head. He's only like 2 years old. But the father, wanted to know where we were going, and he was so calm, collected, like, well, if this one don't make it, we got 7 more. That's their mentality. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They were so non-emotional. Yeah.
Man, look, I would be losing my shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
back here, we had a lady commit suicide by jumping in front of a train.
Not much left to find.
No,
If it was a quick moving train.
it was probably going about 30 or 40.
We had a guy once too that jumped in front of a plane train. He was probably in about 50 pieces, and my partner, he was a sick pup. He found the guys like from about mid forearm on down, and the guy had a Timex watch. And he goes, "God damn it, that commercial's right, man. The son of a bitch is still working."
See? That's gallows humor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This guy, you're waving his arm around saying this guy should be on a commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, hold on. He said, wait a minute. Say it again.
We went to a guy who committed suicide. He jumped in front of a train.
I train,
And
okay.
He was in about 50 different pieces, but we responded to the call and found out, okay, there's nothing we're going to do. But my partner found it was his left arm, and I'd say from like mid forearm down was one piece, but he had a watch on, and my partner would order it over. He's like, "Son of a bitch, that commercial's correct." He goes, "This damn thing's still working." It was a Timex watch.
Takes a lick and keeps on ticking.
He takes a look and keeps on ticking.
So basically, is that his way of kind of like just trying to be cool about the situation?
Making light of it, making fun of it.
Yeah.
Same guy. It'll get to you.
You think you don't see a human with their head chopped off and that doesn't affect you?
Yeah.
Someone blows their brains out, that don't affect you? They get thrown out the windshield of the car and sliced in half, and that don't affect you?
Yeah.
They didn't even start this shit called critical incident stress debriefing until the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went home and told your old lady, "Don't wash my clothes." That was your stress debriefing.
Yeah. That same guy I worked with, his dad was a psychologist.
Oh, wow.
So, did you guys ever hear the John DuPont story where he was the DuPont family up in Philadelphia were
Foxcatcher?
freaking nuts, and he was a wrestling coach.
Foxcatcher.
He had a gigantic mansion. We were on a 2-week standoff with him, and what was I going to say with that?
I'll be back in 1 second, guys.
Oh, I remember. We wanted to bring up, was this where he was another call. Oh, the guy was up on a roof or a ledge or something. I wasn't on this call, but Jason told him to go ahead and jump. He figured he'd use some reverse psychology. Apparently the guy jumped because Jason told him, he's, "Well, just go ahead and jump then. Death's your only friend." And the guy jumped. And Jason's like, "Oops, shouldn't have told him that."
My bad. Not bad. That one's on me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was a crazy bastard, man.
And you know what? Now that you guys say that, for example, my ex-wife, she's the RN, and she used to see a lot of her residents because that's what she do, like a nursing home, just die right in front of her, and she talked to me like it's nothing. I'm over here freaking the hell out, like like that will. I don't think I'll be able to go to sleep, Ron, because I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? But she see it so freaking much, it to her is like nothing.
It's something, but you just put it off.
Yeah.
You put it somewhere else.
I even asked her, like, how can you just act like nothing happened? She said, what you want me to do? You want me to go crazy? I mean, it bothers me, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
I was listening to the earlier while I was uploading my video that I just made today. I would listen to the court TV show on my satellite on my vehicle, and they were talking about a case that happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where these two teenagers, a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old girl, were actually going around, breaking in people's houses. And this old guy was in the house. He heard him coming in. He waited till one of them came in, and he shot the kid like 9 times, but the kid wasn't dead yet. Then he shot him in the head. The whole time he actually talking like he kind of talking himself into what he's gonna do, and then he dragged the body down to the basement. Then the cousin, who happens to be a female, came in. She was the 18-year-old. He shot her. But then the female, I guess in shock, was laughing. You could hear him in the background, when he's saying, "Oh, you little bitch, you still laughing?" 3 more. She didn't die still. She was just moaning. Then he just said, "You're about to die right now." She took a 22, did this, and shot her to where like the bullet almost came out of the fucking skull. Now they're gonna charge him with 1st-degree murder and 2nd-degree murder, even though the people actually broke into his house, and they had just broken into somebody else's house before he killed him. But now they want to charge him with murder.
He took too much pleasure in it.
Yeah.
I believe that's what they're looking at.
See, where you guys live in Florida, with the gun laws there, if you had 3 mags loaded, you can use all 3 mags in succession without hesitating, and it's not premeditated.
We have the stand your ground rule.
Yeah.
We do not have to back away from anybody breaking in. We can kill them.
But if you stop and reload a mag, it becomes premeditated.
That's weird.
Florida law
doesn't matter. If you break into the house in Florida, you have the right to stand your ground.
I'll see you later, Chris Hope. See you later. I didn't even see his message.
Dre dropped off too.
Well, yeah, Mike, in the state of Florida, we do have that stand your ground law.
Yep. I used to live there, so I know how it is.
I'm curious. I remember back in Pennsylvania, when I worked in this one city outside of Philadelphia, it was unbelievable, the crime rate there. But we got called to a shooting one night. Guy came in, had a gun, threatened the owner of the bar, said, "Hand me your money." And the guy had cameras up in the corners, towards the ceiling of the bar. And the bar owner handed him the money, and now the guy was leaving. So it was actually on camera that the guy was leaving. But the bar owner yelled out to him. The guy turned around, and the bar owner pulled out I don't know what the heck it was, a 9 or 40, whatever, but capped the guy 3 times, dead center in the left side of the chest, and dropped him dead. And when the cops got there, they actually told him, said to get rid of the tape. Get rid of the tapes before the detectives got there. In other words, so he goes, "Get up here with a screwdriver and take those cameras down, and push the wiring back in the holes," because technically, and again, I don't know if it's the same, but technically, that guy, he got the money, and he's leaving.
There was no more threat.
So you are no longer under a threat. Yeah. But I don't know if that's changed.
I'm not sure about Pennsylvania.
If the guy's leaving,
But
Hey, look, what good are gun laws? I grew up in New York State, not allowed to have a gun, so
True.
what good are gun laws?
yeah,
Don't tell me bringing the death sentence on and all this bullshit is going to work. It's 20 years or 30 years in appeals on the death sentence. None of that shit works.
Yeah.
Give everybody a gun. Make all the odds equal.
Mhm.
But I always ask myself, if we live in the United States of America, why is it that every fucking state got different rules,
Right.
different laws? That shit drives me fucking nuts. Because in Florida, we could do one thing, but in Georgia, you can't do the same goddamn thing that we do here. Neither over there where you at, Ron. It's fucking stupid.
Yep.
50 different states.
Come to our
50
state, man.
My
Not only is our governor a hottie, but
JSK, you have a good night.
I'll see you later, JSK.
I'm getting out of here too, man. It's 10 o'clock
Yeah,
at
man.
night. You've been on for 3 hours.
It's about to be 10. I need to go out and get up early too, man.
Yeah, me too.
all right,
It's about-
guys, good chatting.
It's
Good
about
chat.
to be 3 hours, Mike. Your stream coming on strong, and you just have to keep on grinding and try, hey,
Oh yeah,
just keep
definitely.
on going.
I'm gonna be here every week.
All right,
Are
Chief.
you-
We'll see you later, man.
Are you just at random right now, Mike, or are you going to pick a certain day? Or
I'm doing it every Sunday at 7 p.m.
oh, okay.
I didn't get a notice or anything, Mike.
Huh.
And you know what? I subscribed to you the other day. I had to resubscribe to you again today.
Weird. Huh.
No, it's not weird. YouTube is doing that. In case
Yeah.
you didn't know. Because I had to resubscribe to some people that have already been subscribed to for a while. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. What?
I could show you right now. I'm subscribed to them, and I got the bell on, and I got nothing. Adrian told me you guys were on, and I'm like, I looked on YouTube for. I looked on.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. See, the bell's on, and I'm subscribed.
Yeah.
And I looked on Facebook because I thought Adrian was going to send me the message there or something, but I didn't have you lit up on the side on YouTube that said you were on or
It's
anything.
weird.
I got no notification.
Yeah.
And YouTube really has put a lot more ads in the videos you're watching.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit, I was watching some video today. There were 2 ads in the beginning,
Yeah.
1 or
Yeah.
2 in the middle, and holy shit.
And the thing is, Jim, a lot of time you can't even watch the video till the fucking ads finish completely.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if you stop it and come back in again, you stick it. Now you're going to watch 4 different ads. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now is the ads just for you guys that are monetized, or they just sticking them in everybody's?
No, the people that are monetized.
Get
They-
ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, can you select what type of ads? I remember hearing somebody say.
There's something where you can, it's in your, when you upload a video, you can have a center ad instead of an ad at the beginning.
But
Oh,
But Jim, if I'm not mistaken, I guess when a channel is monetized, the way that they get paid is through the commercials that being played on the channel.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you monetize, Adrian?
No, sir.
I'm not either. You got to have 4,000 hours, and then it's only like fucking $7 a month or something. Not going to make me rich. That'd be a pain in the ass in taxes.
Yeah.
I've got to sit around and wait for a YouTube 1099. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thanks for having me on. You guys have a good night.
You too, Ron.
I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Same here,
man.
Mike. Thank you for having
Jim.
me on. I'll see you later, man. Jim, see you later.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys.
Take care. Good night, everybody.
Later. All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Coming on and making a great show. talking about all of our stuff. And I'm going to drop a link to all the guys that joined me tonight in the description, so you can go check out their channels. They all have some really awesome videos that you can go watch. Everybody in the chat, thanks for popping in. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. I always appreciate that. Appreciate the feedback, whatever you got for me. And everybody have a good night. Stay safe. God bless America, and have fun flying.